right, you got a big idea and you want to get into companies and you're considering our gateway program, but you're not quite sure exactly how it works. Watch this video because I'm with my partner, Andrew Krauss. All right, Stephen Key here, inventRightTV, and guess what? I have my partner for over 26 years, Andrew Krauss. Andrew, how you doing?
You're like 26 years?
Okay, Andrew, we have a new program called Gateway. I know we're talking a lot about it. People want it. They want us to do all the heavy lifting. They have a great idea and they want to get it in front of the right companies. Companies love us because we vet it and we make sure that it's a good product for them. So we save them time and money. We've been talking a lot about that. But after a product comes into to Gateway, they have to fill out an application.
Yeah.
It gets reviewed every Thursday to see if it gets accepted. Yeah. But once it gets accepted, and that's why we're doing this video, you call them, right? Because sometimes they have a lot of questions.
Well, people are really excited. They're really excited that we pick them because we only pick a percentage of the folks that apply because we got to make sure that it makes sense in the marketplace and that we can get into this for this particular product. And what's really cool is the whole team is on there. We got like 9 people. So as the co-founder, I'm not allowed to say, we're going to take this product on. The whole team needs to believe in it because they're the ones working on it. And I think the fact that you and I set up that philosophy, I think that's very important. They need to believe in it. So when I explain that to people, they really appreciate that.
Okay, so you call them, they get the thumbs up, but are they still kind of worried a little bit? I mean, what are they thinking? I mean, do they know the process? Do you explain the process? Why are you calling?
Yeah, I'm calling to tell them they're accepted and they're excited, but I walk them through the process. I walk them through working with their gateway manager, what the outreach team is doing. You don't want to be walking down a path and not knowing where you're going. So when I can paint a picture, at the end, they're like I had a gentleman yesterday, him and his partner, and I said, did I answer all your questions? They're like, yeah, we had a bunch of questions here. Like, I just have one you didn't answer, like from your ramble, like with walking me through the process. So we're not going to go through that whole thing right now, but I can give some basics if that's what you want me to do. You just asked me to come on.
Well, yeah, I'm curious because, I mean, people don't know the process. So part of the process is that this person that signs up for Gateway that gets accepted, they have to work with a marketing manager and they have to make sure that the list of companies they want us to reach out to is kind of, they have some input. Do they have input?
Yeah. And some people come to us like, I don't know, you guys are the pros. You make the list. And we're like, no problem. It's a range. Other people are like, oh, here are my 3 favorite companies. We're like, we're going to need a lot more. If we guarantee to get into 10, we might need to reach out to 15, 18, 20. And we're like, okay, let's look at those companies. And they go over them. And then other people are like, here's my long ass list. And we're like, that's fine too. So wherever you're at, that's perfectly fine. Now, the gateway manager will also work on the marketing materials, because it doesn't matter. We're really good at getting into companies, but if what we send isn't good, if it's not intriguing, like what's the point of it all? So that's very, very important. So that's the part where you're working with the gateway manager to make sure we're enabling your vision, but at the same time, making sure it makes sense with everything else in the marketplace, that the marketing's intriguing. And the gateway manager will say, I think we're throwing too much stuff in here, and they'll be very honest with you, but you have to approve it. Everything in Gateway, we're not making decisions for you. I would say 95, 90% of the time you're going to agree. And if you disagree, we'll be like, fine, this is what we thought we should do. If you want to do that over here, that's perfectly fine. So with the Gateway Manager, what you're doing is marketing materials, making sure the list of companies is good. And then we send it over to the outreach team. Now, the Gateway Manager's job changes at that point. Their job is to keep you up to date on what the outreach team is doing. You don't talk to the outreach team. If they were talking to clients every 2 minutes, they wouldn't be able to make these.
So what is the outreach team? I mean, what are they doing? Are they actually getting hold of those companies on that list now?
Right. Exactly. And hundreds of phone calls, emails, LinkedIn messages, and they keep a report. And then that gateway manager will give you that report and give you updates as we get into companies.
Okay.
So their role kind of changes.
And do you also tell them a little bit about what to expect on timing?
Yeah, I some of the things, we can't go into all the things, but I would say, when you get interest from a company, it's usually 1 to 3 months of back and forth.
Okay.
But one thing that people really like that I explain is like, if it's, we've seen it over the years, right, Stephen? If it's some brutal negotiation, it takes 9 or 11 months, and our negotiators like, I think this company's good. I know they said they're not going to have a meeting for 2.5 months. I
Okay.
think we should hang in there. We will not charge you a dime more. If it's that brutal, really long negotiation, we're not be like, oh, you need to pay us $1,000 more. We'll be there with you. But that's not typical. Typical is 1 to 3 months of back and forth. And there's two phases. There's interacting
You
with
just
them.
give them a time frame so they understand, so they're not just waiting by the phone.
Right. Yeah.
Because sometimes they think it's going to happen a week later. That's not
No,
realistic.
no. It when a company shows interest, it's a lot of back and forth.
Okay.
And it's not just, oh, let's do the contract. It's
Can
like,
they can
yeah.
they reach out to their product manager when they want to?
They can reach out to their gateway manager anytime. The gateway manager typically will give them a report once a month, but
Okay.
at any time they can request it. And the
Okay.
gateway manager say, hey, we got you into one more company. And that other company that we got you into a month ago, they still haven't responded, but we're
Okay.
working on
All right.
that. And so you're okay with the email updates a lot of the time. But
Okay.
if you're like, I really want to talk to my gateway manager,
Okay.
then you book a video call and you talk to them. So it
Got it.
might be
Okay.
going back and forth via email.
Okay.
And so the gateway manager's job at the beginning, marketing, list of companies. And then after that, they're there to keep you up to date. They're your conduit to
Okay.
inventRight. And it takes a while to work on these projects,
Okay. So it's really being handled by professionals, from the project manager to the people that are doing the outreach. Everything's handled in such a way that they're very informed. They know
Yeah.
exactly what's happening. And at the very end, they get a full report on everything that's been done, so they can see the transparency. I really like that, because
We're transparency. That's the key word. I mean, we are giving you the name of the person, their email, their phone number, the communications. Other companies don't do that, which is ridiculous, but we do. Yeah.
That's good. All right. That's what I wanted to know. Andrew,
All right.
thank you for doing a good job. Thank you for handling all those little details for everybody. You guys, Stephen Key, Andrew Krauss, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe down below, please. And come back to inventRight TV. Until next time. Wait, one last thing.
Yeah.
What do we do every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday, we do a Licensing Playbook live for the public. It's a public webinar, and we talk about the process of licensing, reaching out to companies, doing all this stuff. So I encourage you guys to attend that. If you go to inventRight, you can find the inventRight.com. You can find the link to sign up for that.
Okay. So if you got a great idea, and for some reason you're trying to get into companies, and you're not quite sure if you're getting ghosted or not getting back to you, or maybe your marketing material's not right because it has to be fantastic, and you need help and you want the pros to get to those companies for you, who should they call?
I don't know. Ghostbusters? I don't know. Oh, us. inventRight. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you, everybody. This is Stephen Key and Andrew Krauss, and we'll see you next time. Okay, you've got a great product idea and you're not quite sure what to do. Or maybe you've got inventory in your garage because you were selling your product on Amazon and you don't want to continue doing it, but you want someone to help you license your idea to a company to bring it to market for you. We have a new program that's called Gateway, where we do all the work for you. We'll find the right companies and the right people to make sure your product is pitched correctly to get the licensing deal. This new program is called Gateway. If you're interested, please check it out.